Were you able to meet your people?
No. Family, like most of them moved to the States already. A single mother with 3 boys, no support. Yeah, it was hard. It was like 50-50 whether or not he was gonna live. He was in a coma.
What's up, YouTube?
How are you, man? What's up, man?
I miss you, brother.
How are you, man?
I'm doing good. What about you?
I'm very good. I'm so excited. I love the new studio, man.
Yeah,
I
guys.
love it, man.
By the way, probably you guys can see this is a different setup that you guys are used to. I mean, you guys were used to the old studio, but now we decided to get a new one where I feel like it's more cozy. You know,
yeah.
You know, like even the words in my mouth is like flowing like the water in the river. But anyways, guys, today we have a super. I think it's in this room. He's the most important person here for us. You guys have been asking this a lot, and just here on the studio, round of applause to Mr. The Never Ending Story.
Thank you, man. Thank you so
you.
much.
Mr. Tnes in the house.
Wow, it feels interesting to be on this side.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys look kind of intimidating.
No, that's not. That's the opposite purpose of our.
So probably you guys definitely know Tnes by his voice. He's the man running Manila Connection. He's the man that have been behind the camera that you guys have been asking, where's the guy? Why he's not showing his face? So now he's here to tell us more about his story on why he decided to come to the Philippines. But just before we start, how are you, brother? How you doing?
Good, man. Thank you for
nervous?
having me on.
Are you nervous?
Nah, I mean, I've been with you guys for a long time, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
Feels
long
like
time
home.
coming, I guess.
Before we start, can you briefly just describe yourself so that the people will know?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is kind of like a question, an easy question. It's supposed to be, but I always have a hard time like explaining
explain,
it.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I just do like a lot. So I mean, I think the best way to explain it is like a real versatile creative, I guess. And I dabble in a lot of different, I guess,
Areas?
aspects of creativity, and one of them happens to be video, audio, photography, which is why I'm able to like link up with people like you. But if I had to really say like what it is that I kind of specialize in, it would have been more event production. But after being here for over a year and a half, working with you guys, I kind of like, I feel more comfortable in working with content creators and stuff, because it's something I really didn't do before.
And brother, where are you originally from?
So originally I'm from Hawaii, born and raised in Hawaii. And then I left Hawaii in 2004 to teach breakdancing in Japan, and kind of just lived there until my visa was up.
So you're a dancer.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I was a
didn't know
breakdancer, man. With one of like the biggest crews.
Yeah.
Rocksteady crew, shout out.
Yeah.
SWAT team.
You have messages like, I mean, you're from Hawaii, but you're Filipino. And definitely probably you get that. But even though you were not, raised or born here in the Philippines, can you just like give us, a highlight of your background?
Yeah, I feel like a fake Filipino, to be honest. I mean, you guys have a better grasp on the culture here than I do, and that's just being 100% like real, you know. In Hawaii, it's totally different. I mean, the crazy thing is there's a lot of Filipinos, like a lot, and I think kind of mostly everybody has part Filipino in them. I don't know. I guess we rabbits or whatever, you know? But anyway, like there's a whole bunch of Filipinos in Hawaii, but nobody really is like
Teaching? Or
how can I say it? Like, there's Filipinos that come in from the Philippines to Hawaii, but
that's for those that were born there like you.
yes, and it's pretty messed up. But then the way that we look at it is like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this term, fob.
No, I'm not.
It's like fresh off the boat, and it's like derogatory, pretty much. And like that's how we would consider somebody coming from the Philippines to Hawaii who has like the accent is like you're like your fob, or like, let's say in Hawaii we say book. But it's like nobody really wants to go to the Philippines. Yeah, I guess if you're born and raised in Hawaii, for the most part, and if you don't leave the island, we do things a certain way, and everybody is like mixed. So for us, there's really no like, it feels the same. I don't know. I guess that's the best way to explain it. Like, nobody really cares about what ethnicity you are.
Oh.
Yeah, because everybody's mixed. Like.
So, but like you been, raising, when you were younger, like, did your parents like, mention you, okay, about the Philippines, about how they live here, or while you were growing up, you already had an idea how the Philippines looks like into your parents' perspective?
No, bro. That's the thing is like, so my dad was like 80 something when he had me. So by the time I was 2, this guy was like gone already. So it's my mom who raised me, right? And a single mother with 3 boys, like no support. Yeah, it was hard. So she never, I don't know, it was weird. It's like every time I tried to ask about my dad or anything in the Philippines, she always like
Divert.
Yeah. So we never really asked too much, and this is only now I'm thinking about all this kind of stuff, because I'm older. At the time, I guess we were dealing with so much shit that
You guys didn't even mind
just,
about it.
it was just whatever. Like another like layer on top of that was so I have 2 older brothers and they're twins, and I think they're like 3 or 4
twins?
years. Yeah, they're 3 or 4 years older than me. 3 years, I think. And one of them like caught this virus called encephalitis.
Oh my god.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when he got it, nobody knew about it. So the doctors couldn't say what it was. They thought it was just like a flu. And so he had like a flu for like over 2 weeks, but his temperature was like over 400, like a lot. Like he was like, I remember during this time, he couldn't even really move. Like he was just always like sleeping. My mom would like change him. Hey Dave, get up. You got to do this. You got to try and eat or whatever. Then he would just like go back down. Like, and she finally took him to the pediatrician. He didn't know what the hell was going on. Like probably prescribed like, I don't know, antibiotics or something like that. And then all of a sudden, I remember we had to go to the emergency room. Wow. And then we brought him to the emergency room at the hospital, and he was sitting up, and I was looking, and then I remember the doctor like just closed the drapes, and that was the last time I ever seen him, like how I knew him. And then he like, it was like 50-50 whether or not he was gonna live. He was in a coma. It was crazy, man. And this is all happening when we're like young, right? So I think I'm like 3rd or 4th grade, we're like living in the hospital. Like that's how crazy it is. Like they're letting us stay there. And then finally my mom was like I stopped going to school. My other brother stopped going to school, and all we did was just try and support
your mom.
Yeah. And so like I just remember family coming, everybody praying for him, this and that. Like I was young, so honestly I don't really remember. And to be real, I'm pretty sure I suppressed a lot of this. So this is probably like the only time I'm really talking about it. I talked about it a little bit like a few nights ago with my friend, but other than that, like, yeah, I really don't talk about this stuff. So I kind of don't really remember the stuff, and it seems almost like a movie to me. But I remember he was in the hospital in ICU, which is called the intensive care unit. Well, PICU, because he was still a kid. So he was in there, and then I guess he got out of the coma, but it's like he reverted back to a baby. He can't eat, he can't speak. He has to like he had to breathe through here. Okay. And then like the way we fed him was through a gastro tube. I forget what it's called. We call it a G tube, but it's like a tube that goes directly into his stomach, and then you just feed him through like the syringe and shit like that. So it was really like, yeah, it was fucking crazy, man. And I just think about all that. It's like, damn, I don't think my mom would like has even space in her brain to teach us about our culture. You know what I mean? Because for her, it was more like
taking care of you.
Yeah, just taking care of us. And I remember, I know she worked like, she worked on base, I think, and she never had like a high education either. So she was a janitor, you know, and yeah, so just coming up like that, you know, already being like low on the totem pole, and then this happens. We don't have any support from like a dad. So yeah, I can understand, you know. I'll think in my head like, damn, mom, I wish you taught us how to speak more or whatever. But realistically, like now that I'm older, I'm like, yeah, I don't blame her, man.
You don't blame me.
Yeah, I don't blame her at all.
Because like through all the thing that, she went through. And what about, how did you decide, okay, after all everything that happened, when did you decide, okay, I gotta go to the Philippines and then trying to find about my heritage?
And why?
Yeah, well, that's like later in life, right? Like recently,
Really late,
yeah, just recently. Honestly, I really didn't even care to find out about it because I was already, well, first of all, I was building whatever I built in Vegas, so that kind of like consumed pretty much like my entire life. And I was always proud like of being Filipino. You know, like I never tried to like hide it or, oh yeah, I'm not just like, I was always proud of being like full, you know what I mean? Because both of my parents are like from here. But then like now that I'm here, I'm like, damn, what there's a lot of stuff in between. So yeah, you know, because people always look at me and they're like, how are you full when you have freckles? You know, I'm like, oh shit, you know, because usually it's more like white people who have freckles, right? So yeah, I don't know. Sorry, let me get back on track. Oh yeah, so coming here actually didn't even cross my mind until let's just say 2 years ago. And it was
That's the norm, actually.
What is?
Everybody that comes here, they never heard about it. Someone came to them. I believe it happened to you, Gigi, right? Someone came to me with the same. Actually, it was because of work, but the norm is I didn't even know about the Philippines, and someone came with this idea, and then this is when the spark came, and people start to think about it. That's not.
Actually, I want to go back into when you were telling us about your brother's story. What about your older brother? I mean, not David. That you mentioned, the other one. Did he ever? Come to the Philippines?
No, none of us, bro. None. I remember we you know, this is after when we're older. I think we both kind of like pitched in to have my mom come here again. But I was already in Vegas, and I think when I was in Vegas, I kind of was just on my own. I didn't really pay attention to whatever was going on.
Back home,
yeah. Which is, I guess you could say it's selfish, and yeah, I just had I've done a lot, bro. Like I've done like a lot, man, and I've done it in the hardest way possible, like learning it on my own. Like nobody is telling me what to do. Like I'm figuring shit out on my own. And to answer your question, Paul, his name is Paul.
Paul, okay.
Yeah, he dude, we're like so different, bro. Like we're so different. We're fighting all the time. He used to box, and he was good too, man. He was a southpaw. I remember, because we had to deal with all this stress. Like we're so young. My mom goes to work at like 4 or 5 in the morning. I have to give my brother medicine. Like, oh, he's also epileptic. So that's like another layer. Is like he gets seizures like out of nowhere. Like he has to wear a helmet because if he's walking around, he'll just like boom, just like he has so many scars, like because he falls. So that was another thing that like added to our stress. You know, it was like we tried to help my mom as much as possible, but damn, like now we're having to deal with all this kind of stuff, like giving his medication. And I think when Paul was boxing, you know, you gotta like make weight and stuff, so you're strict on diet. So he would be like agitated. Yeah, it was just like crazy. Like it's a really wild dynamic, I would say. And I think that's why I'm able to. Sorry, I'm kind of like drifting.
No,
okay.
brother. Yeah.
I think that's why like I have a real high tolerance for stress, and you know we've been working together for a while, so there's times when it's stressful moments, but most people probably would have like
Breakdown.
Burned out.
would have been done. But for me, it's like I've just been through so much that
This is easy.
This is nothing,
That's
you know.
nothing.
It's nothing. I have this, and this. So why should I be a certain way? And I think we were really good at trying to be positive too, because no matter how can I say it? Like we used to, like we were never in gangs. We never did drugs, you know. Like, but everybody in our neighborhood, like we're in the neighborhood where it's known for crystal meth. Like it's number one on the island, or was. But we never ended up like that. So that's kind of, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, now that I'm talking about it, I'm like, damn, like my mom really did a good job, you know? But there was nothing spectacular in it. I just remember she was like, yeah, if you smoke cigarettes, I'm going to burn your mouth with the lighter, you know, like that. Or like, it was just real strict. And we just kind of like, okay. Like we just listened.
And just to get back, brother,
yeah.
Were you able to meet your people?
No. So my family, like most of them moved to the States already. And I think the only family I have is in Ilocos, and I've never been there yet. So,
but do they know that you're here?
Yeah. Because I tried asking some advice for paperwork. Which leads us to
Yes.
But your decision when you, how much of your mind is set up on all your parents? I mean, to know about your parents or something like that. Was that part of your decision when you decide to come to the Philippines, or has nothing to do with that?
Yeah, I don't think so, because they're like, dude, my dad was born in 1901, so it's like there's nothing, you know what I mean? I think even if I wanted to ask somebody, his younger brother or whatever, they're all like gone. So. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of weird, I guess. Yeah, but it kind of goes back to like how my mom didn't really like to talk about it. So it's kind of just something that I didn't really. I mean, of course, like right now, I would love to like
to know at least.
know. Yeah, like if there's somebody who can tell me stories about, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like I remember seeing a few pictures of my mom when she was younger with her sisters. I see a few pictures of my dad, like here in the Philippines, and it's just. I don't know. It's like looking at a stranger.
Why did they go to Hawaii, by the way?
Probably because I think during this time, like a lot of people were leaving because it was a better life, I think, in the States at that time. And it took forever to like petition for somebody to go. So I think my dad and his brothers were probably the first ones that left. Then they sent for like their other siblings, and I guess my mom when they got married. But I'm pretty sure it was.
You have an idea when was that? Both points is okay. I mean, in the 40s,
probably
and
like
50s.
Damn, yeah, I really don't know. Maybe 60s. Maybe 60s. Yeah.
So I mean,
so it has nothing to do with World War II.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I see.
I have no idea.
There's a wave of Filipinos that were sent to other countries, including the U.S.
Right.
Anyway.
I mean, dude, like.
I mean, everything can be possible. We maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, okay. So now you're here. I mean, as you said, you try to look for your people to kind of get, I mean, some papers, which definitely we can also, I mean, talk, I mean, more about it, because literally you are an American.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Filipino.
By blood, yeah.
By blood.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you come to me right now, you said, okay, I'm Filipino. Show me any.
Yeah. Where's your passport?
Any of your paper?
Where's your ID?
Any of your paper that represents you are Filipino.
Yeah.
You don't have it.
Yeah, I think on my birth certificate in Hawaii, I think it says ethnicity. I think it says Filipino.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. I mean, you know, we're going to be working with MJ Solutions.
Yes.
And this isn't a plug, like a advertisement or anything like that. Like we're literally, they're gonna help me get my dual citizenship.
Yes. And I mean, mainly help you to find your heritage, to find, I think is for you to understand also where you came from, like meeting, probably finding some members of your parents, like, I mean, brother, cousin, or whatever. And yeah, by the way, I mean, as Tnes say, MJ Solution, they will be the one working with us on this. I don't know what type of journey I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild.
This is the Mission Impossible.
I was talking to them because I have no idea how that works. I mean, especially in your, I know that it can happen. We're gonna have someone here in the podcast that make it happen. Is a similar situation, but a little easier than yours.
Yeah,
yours, man, is a needle in a haystack.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, I was talking with them, Jay. I mean, they also said like, the thing is, we don't have that much information of the parents.
Right.
I mean, we know the name, and then we don't have like the background, other family members' name,
the family tree, anything.
The year they left the Philippines. We don't have the passport number, but of course, guys, just to mention here as well. So we will be working with MJ Solution for us to find the resolution here for Tnes. So we're talking about him getting his Filipino passport, which means his citizenship as well, because of course I'm pretty sure he's here and he wants
to stay for good.
He wants to stay, and he wants. he's Filipino, right?
Right.
So
exactly.
definitely. So guys, on the next videos, definitely we will give you guys more. Like right now, we don't have details. We don't.
Yeah.
I have a few questions though. Where is your region? I mean, did you hear anything? I mean, you have zero information.
No, they're from Ilocos Norte. They're from
your mom and your dad.
Norte.
Both
Ilocos Norte.
Yeah.
It's close to Baguio, right?
Vegan. It's close to Baguio too. Sorry, it's close to Baguio too. It's close to Baguio too.
But what do you have so far? And how did you get it?
Or maybe, like, we never know. Maybe this is your cousin watching you right now.
Exactly. That's my point. I'm gonna get to there because guys,
maybe, like the name, the parents. The name, maybe the name of your mother.
Okay, so my last name is Matalora. That's how we say it in America. But
okay, how do you say it in the Philippines?
I guess, right?
How do you say it in the Philippines?
I don't know, Dean. How do you say it?
Dean. Okay, Dean doesn't know the microphone. How do you say it again?
Madalora.
Okay, that's your last name, Madalora.
But then my mom's maiden name is Kalantok.
Kalantok.
Yeah.
So what is like her full name?
Agnes Kalantok Matalora.
Okay.
And then my dad's name is Pablo. I think his middle name is Tumacter. Tumacder. So Pablo Tumacter Matalora.
Matalora.
Yeah.
So guys, if you're from Matalora family, send me an email. Reach out, please help us here. We need you guys. And like, this is, I think, one of the best videos that I always wanted to do, which is also to kind of tell a story of my brother, of Tnes as well. And of course, nowadays we thank social media. We have this, platform in where we could use for a good purpose, which is, once again, to help my brother here to find, to get, all the information that he needs.
Any leads will help us.
Yes, any lead, just let us know. Like, if you tell us, guys, I found it, it's here in Locos. We're gonna buy, we're gonna buy ticket, or we're gonna walk, we're gonna swim, whatever it takes. We're coming there, and definitely to get all the, information that we need.
That's important.
And once again, we will be working with MJ Solution for us to solve the mystery box.
Yeah.
So like this
we are already working and they already dig some things out. So I'm curious to know what they did.
Yes,
you're the one who communicated with them. So what do you have so far?
Nothing really. Well, a thing that we should add to is like it was Calvin Them's idea to do this as content as well. So it is gonna, we're gonna be taking a trip to Ilocos to see what's up. And so all I have is, so some of my relatives from Hawaii was able to give me a copy or like a picture of, I think it's a registration card of when my dad and his brothers first went to Hawaii. Wow. And it has an address on it.
From the Philippines to Hawaii.
Yeah. So it was like, I guess in Hawaii, they were, like, I imagine they're like waiting in line and then they're filling out the card before they let them in.
Oh, I see.
I think that's something that it is, and then
it's like a travel card or something.
I don't know. It's like a blue index card.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna need that.
Yeah. So I have a image of that, and then What else? What else? I have to reorder my birth certificate because I have to get it from Hawaii, and then I did already, but it got lost in the mail. I guess it didn't make it to me here, so I have to do it again. And the nice lady over there said, "Oh, just send it to me, like personally, and then I'll make sure I do it by hand to get it to you." So on my birth certificate, it'll say my parents' names, and then it'll say their ethnicity, and it'll say Filipino on it.
How about the birth date of your parents?
I know that. I think.
Oh, okay.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
for that one, we can give it to MJ.
Yeah.
Because
it's going to be a tough one because I just don't have any documents. Like when my mom passed away in 2018, it was so sudden, and there was so much, like, it was such a stressful time.
Of
and
course.
The thing is my mom
Your mom passed in 2018?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she used to like hide things. So like if there was important documents, it could have been somewhere that you would never think it wouldn't have been in a folder or a safe, you know, like she never did stuff like that. So I guess my brother and his wife, they needed to like go back to Cali. Cause we were all in Hawaii for my mom's funeral.
Yeah.
Wait. No, sorry, I messed up. No. She had the stroke and we all went back, and then she was hospitalized, and then they needed to get back to their property because my brother owns like a lot of land or whatever, and he needed to get back there. So they kind of like expedited the move. And so this is from just what I hear. I mean, we're kind of like on bad terms right now, but I think he was like, he just called everybody in the neighborhood. Oh yeah, come and get whatever you want. And he let people just take stuff from the house. So I don't know. Like they could have maybe like
get documents and stuff.
Yeah. And that's not saying it in a bad way. Shit, actually today's his birthday. I already wished him happy birthday. But
Message him.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Oh, you did.
Because it's the third and it's the fourth here.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I think possibly there's a high possibility that it could have been in something, and then now we have no paperwork.
Okay, guys. Yeah. So once again, guys, please help us. Give us a sign. We definitely will appreciate. I mean, because as Tnes said, I thought of doing this as a content, and I think it's also to help other people as well, which maybe they also on Tnes, situation, and hopefully we can find the solution for this. And definitely, if you need them, which is the MJ solution, we're gonna just leave everything on the description below for you guys. For you guys to get more. For you guys to get help. Just let them know that you went there because of us, because you watched this, and I'm pretty sure Tnes, like, you're not the only one with this situation.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure many people, they have gone, or they are still going through this and they don't know how to solve it.
Right.
So, and hopefully MJ Solution can help us.
And another reason that we are showing this as a content is because this is how our friends found her dad.
Yes.
Through social media.
Yeah.
So since she was able to work out and find her father, because she knows already, he lived with her mother and he was lost with her parent and her father. This might be an opportunity for people to help us as well. That's why we decided to make content.
So it's just
put it outside, and then maybe people have something to do with us. So it will be very much appreciated. Maybe if you have a lead, and maybe we can be in that podcast, right?
Yeah. So help us, guys. So this, we praying, we hoping. The whole plan that we have, it works out, because this is not the first time. Now, this is not the first and last time that you're gonna see Tnes' face. Definitely, once we get all the papers, Tnes, you have to sit down again, and then you should say, "I'm Filipino. Here is my passport. Here are all my papers." So, guys,
I don't need to renew my visa anymore.
Brother, once again, thank you so much for coming to the Philippines. Thank you so much for the opportunity that you have been giving us, not just us and other content creators as well. We definitely love to have you here in the country. And guys, if you're a content creator looking for the studio, definitely now you have a highlight. Now you have an idea. Now you have an insight of what is Manila Connection. We are Manila Connection, so if you want to be part of the team, please reach out to us all our info on the description below. My name is Calvin Cascio, and by the way, guys, we come here again with a lot of content with Tnes. Of course, we will be having MJ Solution with us in this amazing project, which definitely
It's a journey. It's a journey.
I mean, it's a mystery journey that at the end of the day, we hope that we're gonna have the best solution. Brother, before you go, you wanna say something?
Yeah, thank you very much for opening up with us. I can see that you got emotional.
It's important. So too.
I see that. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
I mean, for trusting us and for being part of the project and to invite us here, man. It's a pleasure working with you.
Thank you guys so much. Anybody I didn't mention, sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people who helped. And I appreciate everything.
Okay. Thank you so much. You just have watched the #1 podcast in the Philippines. My name is Calvin Cascio.
Luis Gordaço.
We gone.
Wow.